The Lord of Contagion has now had its base green and the Iron Warriors have been added, and now it's time to add its iconic Balthazar gold trim work. That's what we're going to do this live stream. Hope you enjoy it. I know I certainly will, but without further ado, let's begin. So, I'm just going to grab my number one. Actually, should I do number one? Or actually, I'll just use my Citadel small brush. Alright, so we are going to start on this spot. We'll have to clean up on his little sword head. And I think we will just cover up that green. Just make it all copper. Oops, let me just switch that over. Okay. So we can't be too messy. Really, we can go a little bit crazy because we can always cover up those metal-y bits, but we really can't cover up our green sickly armor. So that would be much heavier or much harder to go back and cover. Okay. Now, let's work on these kind of cloak anchors. Okay. Work on the other one. Let's see. Now, just trying to see where else. I think what I'll try to do is on his axe is where we'll go next. Right. Now, let's get his little charm right here. Slowly but surely, every little bit. Oops, I forgot to send out my alert. Hold on a second. Just send this all out. Do. Go. And go. Oops. Alright, there we go. Okay. Now, hopefully, I'll get somebody. Yep, I will admit it is a lot easier to stream when there's at least one person just to sit. Get a lot of motivation when you do that. Okay. Do. Okay. Now, let's get his little knees. Hey. Let me just clean the brush off. It just got a little bit on the dry side. There we are. Let me just grab a drink real quick. Okay. Working on the other leg. All right. Let's see. Okay. Now let's get his little emblem here. Okay. Now, where else on his body? Other than like on these bits, can we apply the trim? Hmm. Okay. All right, that trim work that really does help add a fair amount of flavor to these Death Guard. They always look better when they have their copper trim. Cause I don't know, they just don't feel Death Guard, like they're not Death Guard yet until they get their copper. Okay. Okay. Let's okay. All right. Almost got his headpiece trimmed. I'm gonna go back and do a different silver metal for that piece. Let's see now. I think we can start working on his little grenade spikes. Add a little bit of more water to my paint. So it'll be a little bit easier to get into those little creases. All right. This guy's gonna look fantastic. I just know it. Well, fantastically disgusting. Feel it in my bones. Ever since I saw this model, I always knew, it was like, yep, I need this one if I ever start a Death Guard army. He's just too cool to not have. Although I gotta admit, I am a little worried though, because before I go live, I was like, okay, well, let's see what GW does, like on their web store, and I forgot that they did their web store. Yeah. Lord of Contagion Love, just got myself a Death Guard army. Nice. It's such a fun army. So I've gone through a couple armies, and they definitely speak to me the most. They're definitely my most favorite. They are. I will admit they are a little bit of the time consuming because every single model is slightly different. so you're always gonna like miss something, and you gotta go back and everything. It's not like standard Space Marines where it's just like you can just print them out, paint, and just do them all in crazy batches. But they are definitely my favorite, and definitely the Death Guard is where I got most of my creativeness, because I did Chaos Knights, and I did them as basically a Death Guard detachment before I started my Death Guard, and I just fell in love with the concept. You came from Thousand Suns? So you know the pain. How everything is just a little slightly different, so you can't just go crazy and just like turn your mind off. You gotta constantly be thinking. There's more than enough stuff to paint on. Yeah. I don't have a Death Guard. I'm sorry, I don't have a Thousand Suns army, but if I do, it's gonna be green stuff, sand, and then like their heads, just to make it lore accurate. And that is just a little bit less trim work that I have to do. But I got so many armies though, I think that one's gonna have to be on the back burner. Because I got just like I have a whole bunch of also like I guess you could say the main characters or so that I need to paint first on a bunch of different armies. Like I got Barris Call and Subassembly just like collecting dust, and I have a whole bunch of Motarion still needs to be finished. So, but I think I'm just going to do that off stream because he's so big. You got yourself a Court of the Death Lord box, so I got a really good start for Death Guard. Hey, there you go. That's that new one, right? So, I don't think I didn't pick up any of the boxes, the Christmas boxes, because it's just like, well, I got Angron, so I don't need any more World Eaters. I already got Motarions, so I don't need anything. Like all the armies really just felt like starter boxes. And I have so many armies that I'm just like, I really don't need those. And they just felt really like they weren't the discount. Gotta treat yourself. Yeah. I want to treat myself. But like the baby and the wife has to go first before I can go crazy on the models. Cause I got so much stuff. Like I got a guard army I gotta paint. I got an orc army I gotta paint. I got Custodes, Salamanders, Tyranids, World Eaters. Yeah, I got way too many. I got way too many that I need to finish first before I buy any more. So unless there's like some really big one, I gotta hold back. You got the one with 14 Plague Marines and 5 Blight Lord Terminators and Morty. Awesome. Hold on. Let me show you my Blight Lords. I really do love them, how they turned out. Where is the box? There we go. Okay, so back on YouTube. Well, I'm doing a mix of YouTube and Twitch. So YouTube is purely Warhammer, and but Twitch is going to be like RuneScape, League, all that fun stuff. But yeah. So here's like some of the Blightlord Terminators that I have, and I really do like what I did to the bases. And here, let me show you. I also have some Death Shroud as well. And I really do love how I did these basing ideas. So, and how I have them set up is I basically have a Lord of Virulence that goes up with the Blight Lords. I mean the Death Shroud, and then basically they're kind of the spotters because the Blight Lord is able to basically have a line of sight being like a scout and everything, and I was able to neglect the -1 to hit for my whatchamacallit. Oh wait, hold on, that's just another dash route. Hold on. This is the Lord of Virtuance. Alright. So yeah, so I do have a short. I do have a short that I did that shows exactly how I did it, but basically you do a dark black, like Black Legion, and then you airbrush or dry brush White Scar, and then you go and do Striking Green Scorpion, and then I did a UV resin over it, and then I used to create a layer, and then to create these wave effects I used water texture from Vallejo. At least your pain is unparalleled. Well, I wouldn't go that far, man, but I do appreciate it. So, but yep. I do want to at least separate the Warhammer and the stuff, because I know there's some people that they just want to watch me play video games, and then the others, they just want the Warhammer. So that way, if I do it all on just one thing, let me put this down. People aren't going to get discouraged and unsub and everything, because I just want to watch this. Your Death Guard, you're going to do Death Guard mushrooms and slime bases. So let me actually pull out some of my Chaos Knights. So forget the Chaos Knight one for like the Psyker for the, but hold on, let me see if I can get this under without breaking stuff. But yeah, so kind of like that in a sense. So I found some mushroom STLs that I 3D printed, and I put that on the base, and ooh, so good. You painted 2 small Chaos Knight theme suns with lava bases. That would be sweet. So, and I just absolutely love that airbrush work of the gun. But yeah, I wanted to make that Chaos Knight look like it was all that he was just growing in Nurgle's garden for the past millennia, and by being in that garden, he was able to become a Psyker. That's what I was going for. All right, but going back to Lord of Contagion. Yes, the Abominate. That's who he is. So, those Chaos Knights, I still need to finish them, but they are an absolute joy to paint. Yes, join the Nurgle Chaos Knights. It is definitely the most fun, especially when you're able to kind of 3D print like all the tentacles and everything. Like what I did for mine was I found like a lotus, and I 3D printed it, and I made all the tentacles look like the leaves and everything. So there was just all of different colors. It really was just absolute joy to do. And the fun thing about Nurgle is if you mess up, you can always cover your accidents with Nurgle Rot, and it still looks good. That is the biggest thing that I love. Ooh, excuse me. About painting Death Guard. You can always cover up your mistakes so easily. All right, but we are going to try to get this all done. It's not a bug, it's a feature. Yes, exactly. We don't have accidents. we don't make mistakes. We have happy little accidents. Just call me the Bob Ross and Nurgle. Now. There we go. Let's see. Dante has no happy accidents. You're painting Dante as a Christmas present? Are you talking about the Dante from Devil May Cry? Or are you talking about a different Dante? Because every time I think of Dante's, I think of that one League of Legends player that's just like absolutely, I swear to God, he has some sort of mental illness, something. He's just absolutely cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Okay, let's get his little backpack generator. And if you do when you do start painting, I do highly suggest you pick up a Dirty Down set. So I like the Dirty Down Rust and the Virgitus. So this will add like the patina on the copper and the rust for obvious reasons. But it's honestly just liquid talent in a bottle. It really does help a lot of the weathering do, and it just absolutely works beautifully with the Death Guard models. Oh, that's right, Commander Dante. Yep. He looks so good. Yeah, I did see oh, I don't know where I saw it, but basically they did I think it was just on like some local Discord. They did a non-metallic Dante's, and it was just it was so beautiful. It looked like it belonged in some Renaissance museum. Because it's just like it was like Picasso, but it was just all metallic, but not metallic. It was so impressive. And like he did it like really quickly. I don't know how he managed to do it, but he did. Okay. So, did I get all the trim? I think I did. Alright, so you know somebody that's painting them like that? It's such a crazy thing. I mean, the guy that did do it, he said that he absolutely loves it, but there's no way he's doing it. He's just doing that one model and then he's done. Let's see, we are going to be using Wraithbone next. Don't have the time or talent for it. You'd be surprised how much talent you have subconsciously. It's just a matter of maximum effort. Once you just find something that you can obsess over, you'd be surprised how quickly you can gain experience on it. There are exceptions to the rule. For my rule, it's League of Legends. I tried so hard to be good at that game and I couldn't do it. I'm still upset by it. It did help me get back into painting though. It's like I got to the very last rank and I'm like, okay, I'm done. This game's not meant to me. I'm going to go back to painting Warhammer now. That's where I'm good at. And I am excited because I basically have a whole new rig set up for streaming. And basically I have this like kind of professional heavy duty bar that has all my lights and microphones and cameras hanging from it, essentially. So it's like I can try different angles and everything. And one thing I do want to try is like an over the shoulder technique. And I have a giant motorcycle screaming down the street, so thank you for that. It's nighttime. Go to sleep. All right. All right. So okay. Now let's go for that bone. Okay. And a little bit right here. Excellent. Now, should I do? I think I'm going to paint this one, but it'll be. I won't give it the bone color. I'll just give it a different shade, like kind of metallic off color. Basically what I'm doing now is I'm going over a fairly watered down version of the same paint. Gonna help smooth everything out. All right. And I think that is kind of it. Because I don't know if I'm going to do rack other flesh or not. I'm not 100% sure yet. And I think I'm definitely going to do rack our flesh for this. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to Twitch in a few minutes and play some non-Warhammer. And hope to see you over there. So let me put Twitch link into the comment. There you go. And hope to see you over there real soon.